afternoon of Saturday, August 28th, 2010 featured not just the Travers Stakes from Saratoga, worth $1 million, but also the $1 million Pacific Classic from lovely Del Mar. The 20th running of the Pacific Classic featured a field of 10 going 1.25 miles. Field looked like this. Battle of Hastings started from the rail at 10-1. Isle of Giants with early speed at 21-1. Dakota Phone 8. Temple City, the pace stalker at 6-1. He's the winner of the Cougar in his last start. Unusual Suspect was the longest shot on the board. At 9-2, Richard's Kid trying to become only the third horse to win back-to-back runnings of the Pacific Classic. He won it last year at 24-1 odds with Mike Smith. Hold Me Back, shipped in by Bill Mott, ridden by four-time Pacific Classic winner Garrett Gomez. The field rounded out by Crowded House and Corey Nakatani. Awesome Jim, the winner of the Hollywood Gold Cup, and the favorite from turf to synthetics, the Usual QT and Victor Espinosa. Here's Trevor Denman.
Field for the Classic, sent on their way to the roar of the Del Mar crowd, and what a perfect start that one was. Isle of Giants, as expected, immediately goes off to lead them. Temple City is right there in second. Hold Me Back in the white colours in the centre. The Usual QT is on the grandstand side. Battle of Hastings is tucked in down at the rail in the fifth spot, been followed by Unusual Suspect. In behind that, Awesome Gem, who's now 7 lengths off the leader. At the back, Richard's Kid and Dakota Phone. They're in no hurry at all as they go into the first turn. Pat Valenzuela and Isle of Giants taking them along as slow as he can out here. He leads it by a length. Temple City is sitting right there second. Garrett Gomez has Hold Me Back in a perfect spot third, 2.5 off the leader. The Usual QT in the red cap dropping in behind that leading trio now. Battle of Hastings scrapes the paint in fifth. He's 5 off the leaders. Then it's Crowded House and Unusual Suspect. Awesome Gem is back third last. He's giving them 9 length start. Richard's Kid is moving up on the outside of him, and Dakota Phone is last. He's got to be a good 12 off the leader. They have a half mile left to go in the Pacific Classic, and still Isle of Giants in front by a length. Temple City's travelling well in second though, and Temple City looms a big danger as he goes after Isle of Giants into the far turn. And Hold Me Back travelling well in third as well. Then it's the Usual QT. Crowded House making an early run. Battle of Hastings got to do a little better. Then Awesome Gem. Richard's Kid is 6 lengths off them. Dakota Phone is winding up. Unusual Suspect last. At the top of the lane in the big one, and Temple City in the white blinkers now puts his head in front. Immediately tackled by the Usual QT. On the outside, here's Richard's Kid in the gold colours coming home gamely. Crowded House is in there. Awesome Gem with a late run, and even Battle of Hastings. What Dakota Phone wide open. Richard's Kid looking to make it 2 in a row, and Richard's Kid strikes the front now from Crowded House, and Richard's Kid and Mike Smith have done it again. They've won the Pacific Classic.
There is something about 1.25 miles at Del Mar that agrees with Richard's Kid. He now joins Tinner's Way and Skimming as 2-time winners of the Pacific Classic. There's also something about Mike Smith that agrees with Richard's Kid. Mike Smith rode him for only the 2nd time in the horse's career. Both Pacific Classic victories. Crowded House, the European import, still hasn't gotten the hang of changing leads, but ran nicely to finish second. Dakota Phone rallied from last to be third. Richard's Kid covered more ground than any other horse in the race, circling the field around the second turn, but getting up to win narrowly. Richard's Kid finished 6th last year in the Breeders' Cup Classic. That was on synthetics. This year, of course, it's on dirt at Churchill Downs. This was the 3rd Pacific Classic win for Bob Baffert, the trainer, and for Mike Smith as well. The Breeders' Cup Classic, of course, is November 5th and 6th, but to get there, you've got Breeders' Cup Challenge win-in-your-in races that help horses guarantee spots in the big event day lineups. The upcoming schedule looks like this. On October 29th, Ireland and Del Mar, the Moigler Stud Stakes for 2-year-old turf fillies, and the Del Mar Handicap at 1 3/8 in the turf division. Then on September the 4th, back to Ireland in the turf division for the prestigious Irish Champion Stakes, and also at Arlington Park in the Classic division, the 1 3/16 Washington Park Handicap. Tickets for the Breeders' Cup Friday, November 5th, Saturday, November 6th can be obtained by logging on the internet and then to breederscup.com/tickets. And while you're also on the internet, you can catch NTRA Live next on Sunday, September the 19th. We'll take it north of the border in the mile division for the Woodbine Mile from Woodbine in Toronto. And thanks for joining us on this edition of NTRA Live.